I am very much upset, for I just recorded 30 minutes of a podcast. Maybe it was for the best, but I accidentally ended it because I hit the stop button on my keyboard. It's like a hotkey, if anybody who knows what that is. I'm kind of upset about it. I'm not going to lie. I'm over here sweating my fucking ass off in this chair. I don't know why it's so humid. Welcome back to the NoFilter Podcast, everybody. I hope you guys are enjoying your Saturday, or Sunday. Holy shit, Sunday. Better than I am. I'm sweating my ass off in this chair. But just a friendly reminder, everybody, that it is that time of year again. All right, I'm looking at the weather right now. It's going to be 80s all week. All right, going to be 80s, humid a little bit, chilly at night. I get that. I understand some of you guys work really physically aggressive jobs. All right, but I also need you guys to take a little bit more time in the showers. But for the next 3 months, if you have one available to you at the time, to start washing your pussies and dicks and balls a little bit better, okay? And don't forget to wash the taint. You know what I just realized, or just learned, that you have to wash your belly button. Are belly buttons not already clean? I feel like water already runs through it. It's not like you're going 100 on the highway and you skip over a pothole because you're going that fucking fast. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like washing. How deep does your belly button have to stink? How deep does your belly button have to be to stink? Is what I meant to say. I'm not restarting this podcast, motherfucker. So if it gets boring or dry or whatever, you are more than happy to click off this bitch. No, but I just feel like for someone to need to wash their belly button on a daily basis is fucking crazy to me. Am I gonna put my AC on right now? I think so. My belly button's sweating thinking about this fucking conversation. No, been a very fucking laid-back weekend for me. I worked 6 hours on Friday, so nothing too crazy. It was a volunteer overtime day, so that was cool. I love fucking volunteering for overtime because you could just leave whenever you want. Now, if it's mandatory overtime, hell nah. I fucking hate doing mandatory overtime. See, if you can offer me 60 hours a week, and I will take it because it's voluntary. Holy shit. People keep fucking sending messages, dude. I gotta put my AC on, guys. Hold on. Let me find a song to play in the background or something. I'll play my own podcast in the background of my podcast. Here you go.
Oh, shit. Almost fell off the chair. Alright, this bitch looks like a dude. She built like LeBron James, low-key. Dude, I'm just kind of scrolling through social media right now, dude. Like, what the fuck's going on? I feel like everybody's just having parties and stuff, and I work tomorrow. Oh, there's that bitch with the outie belly button. There's another. Okay, so there's this girl I went to school with, and she like draws the outline of her lips. It's like,
I'm back, guys. I'm back. I got the AC on rolling. Yeah, I didn't know what to play, so I just played my own podcast on my own podcast. There you go, YouTube. Fucking copyright that, would you? They probably won't. They're like, nah, fuck this kid. At some point, I'm going to expand to fucking Spotify again. I remember that one episode I made got taken down. I don't know why it did. It said it flagged to their community standards. Now, it looked really bad on Spotify because it was just one where I talked about Trump and Ukraine and where our money should be going. Am I a doctor? No. I like to think I am sometimes. Do I claim to be one? Also no, because I don't want to go to prison. How crazy is it that you could claim to be a doctor and some bitch who just wants money would believe it? Are you not? Like, if some girl came up to me and she's like, hey, she says, I'm a certified nurse. I could look at your cock and balls for you at a bar. I'm going to instantly say yes, because it's either going to be, hey, I'm going to get a free physical out of this, or hey, I'm getting a fucking blowjob in a bar bathroom. Send me a picture of your titties in a porta potty, goddammit. Like, what the fuck? How hard is it gotta be for a man? I'm trying to plug in my headphones right now. If you guys don't know, I got wireless headphones to play video games on. I rarely have to charge these, but they're blinking red right now, and I'm scared. But no, you ever fuck a bitch in a porta potty? Dude, think about how dirty that would be. Think about how dirty fucking a bitch in a porta potty would be. I know a guy who I used to work with. He probably listens to this podcast. His name is Sam. I'm gonna name drop. He ended up meeting this girl in a town over from him. They met at a bar, kicked it off, fell in love, fucked out a dumpster, got HIV. That's fucking crazy, isn't it? Because where did they get the HIV from? She was trying to claim that she was clean and stuff, which when you catch a disease, you actually have to tell people that you have a disease. It's kind of like being a pedophile. You get to go on door to door. My name's Steve. I'm required to tell you that I have an HIV where I grow bumps on my balls. Dude, I'd be so pissed. I'd be so pissed if I have to fucking like go to a bar and be like, hey, before we go home, I have a lump on my testicle, and it's not from like a tumor. It's from this girl I met at a bar 4 years back, and she had HIV but didn't tell me. That would be embarrassing. And that would be embarrassing as fuck. Yeah, dude, I think that's crazy. I remember growing up, dude. I remember growing up when I was watching Law & Order and people were getting all these STDs and shit. Law & Order was my favorite show, by the way. It has nothing to do with my career now. Like, people are like, oh, you watch a lot of, like, Criminal Minds, Law & Order, stuff like that. You know, you really probably wanted to be a cop. Fuck no, I didn't. Fuck no. I don't know what I look like to you, but this ain't no Paw Patrol looking motherfucker, alright? I'm not built for the streets like that. Did I choose a career very similar? Yes, I did. But just know that if you approach me weirdly, I'm tasing you. I'm kidding. Always use your equipment safely. Don't do something to someone that you wouldn't want them to do to you unless absolutely necessary. I have to say that for safety reasons. No, I watched a lot of Law & Order. Where was I going with this? Something about being a cop. No. I did watch a lot of Law & Order and Criminal Minds growing up, but that did not influence me or anything I did in my career. I never thought, though... Dude, where was I going with that topic? I've been drawing a lot of blanks lately. I kind of feel like... a confused grandpa with dementia. Not like sexually confused. Like, I know what I want. I want some ass cheeks in my face. Female ass cheeks. No hair on the butthole in my face. You know how many people I've been convincing to eat ass lately? Dude, eat some ass. Rub some dirt on your elbows. Eat some ass. Play with the four-wheeler and be a fucking man. Alright? I don't know how many women out there like their ass being eaten, but I'm pretty sure it's a good majority, dude. And people are like, it's dirty down there. It's like, dude, the butthole's puckered. Unless you're dating a fucking girl who's been getting gangbanged, big black dick in her butthole, you know, it's gonna be a good fucking time. It's puckered, all right. She's gonna be nervous the first few times, so it's gonna be extra clean too, you know, because once you start getting comfortable in that relationship, you know, she's gonna forget to shower, but she's gonna tell you she showered anyway. You're gonna go down there, lick it. It's gonna taste like a fucking rancid lime that's been sitting out. By the way, I got food sitting out on my countertop right now, which I should really go put away. But you know, you're gonna start getting comfortable in that relationship, and they're gonna be like, "I stop it. I didn't shower today." You're like, "Bitch, just flip over. All right, I don't got time for this. I don't got the energy." But we both know by the time you're done showering, I'm not gonna want to fuck anymore because I'm gonna be cozy in bed. In which, gentlemen, we all know this is true. Okay, there's just something about the length that women take to get ready for literally fucking anything. When me and Claudia would go out to places, I would tell Claudia we're leaving at 2. Because I know she would start getting ready at like 1:50, and we didn't have to be there till 3:30. I had to start like prepping how fucking early to tell Claudia that we were gonna be somewhere, or like any female in that matter. Back when me and Claudia were like, you know, doing shit all the time. But women, dude, I swear to God, women are especially the worst when it comes to sex. Especially a lot of them nowadays, where it's like, oh, I want your dick inside me type shit. They'll send you freaky texts like that, but you're like, bro, I just clocked in 15 minutes ago, and even if I left, it's an hour commute. A lot happens in an hour. Ladies, holy fuck. Keep those comments to yourself. I cannot stand women. They're like, you want to see my titties? Babe, I'm at a Zoom call, and I'm sharing screens. If you show me your titties, the whole room's seeing your titties. Like there was this one time, I was with this one girl, and she's like, what are you doing right now? I'm like, I just clocked in for work. She goes, that's a shame. I really wanted you to nut in this pussy. And it's like, oh my God, I'm out of PTO. I can't take time off work. You whore. I'll be over right after work. She's like, sounds like a plan. Not only did she sleep the rest of that day, but I showed up, woke her up, and said, hey, you ready to get this pussy nut in? And she's like, actually, I don't want it anymore. And you're just like, fuck, my balls ached all 12-hour shift for this. You whore. What is wrong with you? You knew what you were doing. There's just, I don't know, man. Well, I know a thing or two because I've seen a thing or two. We are dudes. Bum, 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 bum. You remember that fucking commercial? Is that Allstate or State Farm? It's all fucking. It's all the same fucking thing. It's all ran by the same dude. How crazy would it be if they like? Wasn't it the Wright brothers, right? That like invented the airplane? No. Yeah, I know they invented the airplane, but didn't they go their separate ways to invent different things? And so each product. No, dude. Who the fuck was that? That was the store for Aldi, which is the best franchise ever. But it's. Actually, I watched a video on the Fat Files. I will link that video in my description later, so you guys go watch that. I suggest you click off this podcast to go listen to that because it's a really good fucking episode. No, how like I really was listening to this podcast on Joe Rogan with Tucker Carlson. Wow, I cannot speak. From 3 days ago, and there was just Tucker Carlson. Wow, sound like a kid with Tourette's. He fucking he was talking about how he believes that UFOs are not from out of this world. It could be supernatural. And I was thinking to myself, dude, you really think about like the drawings on the walls and shit and how these people were taller. And this is all complete bullshit, by the way. Do not like take anything I say serious because I did no research to back this up, but just based off of like, if I was just to think back to the most clearest memory of, like, the Bible that I know or, like, facts about angels and stuff, like, going way back in the fucking day when I was 6 years old or 7, right? You think about they talk about the drawings. He believes it's a religious aspect or, like, it's spiritual. And I'm like, dude, this guy has a fucking point. Think about it. Because he goes into depth, which I'll also link that podcast in below. It's like the first 15 minutes, so it's not too far into his podcast. But he goes on to talk about how we have all this shit in space, and we never detect anything outside of our atmosphere. But the moment it's like fucking 20,000 feet above ground level, they're like, oh, we noticed this while flying this jet here and there, and it's doing things that we can never predict. He goes on to say, well, how can we never detect this shit when it's in space? That's why we have it up there, so we could detect asteroids and fucking other planets, lights from different planets, shit like that. We can detect all that, but the moment it comes to UFOs, we never actually get a chance to detect that outside of our atmosphere, and that kind of really makes you think about it because going back to the religious thing and the drawings on the wall, they always described angels to be a larger being, don't they? Like 7 to 8 feet tall, and the drawings on the walls, man. I mean, an angel is kind of like what you want it to be, isn't it? Like my grandma, she's very much, she believes about spiritually. She thinks that she has her angels, and I could totally agree with Tucker on that because I guess I don't go down the rabbit hole often. I really don't, because you start going down the rabbit. A lot of it doesn't make sense if you just use common thinking, but this one makes kind of a lot of sense, in my opinion. My grandma believes that, she has her angels and stuff. And I've seen shit spiritually where it's like, holy fuck. Like, I wish I never saw that. Like, sometimes I'll be working at work and I'll see someone, like, walk across the way and there's no one else on the floor but me because I'm the only, like, operator there on the floor. Isn't that weird? Stuff like that. And, like, it's always just someone bigger than me. It's never someone my size or someone I know who's passed away that's shorter. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you, my Aunt Tony, she passed away a long time ago, okay? And she was a short, stocky lady, all right? And I don't think my Aunt Tony's taking time to come down here and walk around and pretend to be someone bigger than she is. I love my Aunt Tony, but thunderstorms expected this evening. Go fuck yourself. Dude, the Cubs are playing so fucking good. All right, I'll come back to that. So, I don't know. It was a really good fucking podcast. And it really makes you think, honestly, like, is it something spiritually that we don't know about? I mean, people... I think what scares me the most, honestly, about the Bible is how really well it predicts certain shit, right? It's not like The Simpsons, where it's like, oh, they have fucking 1,000 episodes out. I mean, at some point, they're going to have to predict something right. I think it's weird that a lot of their shit that they predict is really true. Don't get me wrong. It's kind of like The Simpsons are fucking reading the Bible every day, and you're like, base an episode off of this page, right? David, 1736. Shit like that. No, but wasn't it something about, like, the water dries up, countries at war about religion? That shit just kind of, I don't know. I always thought religion's fascinating, at least in my opinion. God, this person fucking just talks, sends me shit. But, like, I'll text her back, and she'll just respond back with, like, laugh my fucking ass off. Probably because I didn't want to fuck her. I don't know. If you're listening to this podcast, I love you. It's okay. I understand you're going through some stuff, but it's like, God damn it, don't snap me if you don't want to talk. So, yeah, I thought that was a really cool podcast. I truly never thought of it that way. Joe Rogan has had a lot of good people on his podcast, but I feel like lately it's been kind of, I don't know, dragging. Let's see if I can fucking... Can I even pull it up in my watch history? I don't want to tap my keyboard because I'm scared I'm going to fucking just click out of it, but... yeah, I don't know. Dude, I don't want to know about the diners in America. Dude, the price is a house, man. I know I talk about it a lot. Dude, the cicadas. Does anyone really pay attention to those anymore? Dude, let's just fucking do we even need cicadas? Like, what do they do? I thought they come out, like, every 10 years. I've been seeing shit about cicadas, like, every fucking year for the past 5 years. And, like, big 12 cicadas. But, dude, I've always remembered cicadas making noises in the summertime. Like, pay off heavy credit card debt without a loan. Yeah, it's called pay it with your own fucking money, you queer bag. Holy fuck. I hate when credit card companies try to offer some fucking backdoor option to pay off these debts. Dude, I'm all for it. Credit card companies rip people off all the time. But tell me why, goddammit. Tell me why. Ain't nothing but a heart. No, I'm kidding. Anyway, I cannot stand when they're like, hey, pay off this loan with this credit card. It's another loan, but it's cheaper, quote unquote. Yeah, they fucking tackle your credit because you open up another credit card. There is nothing wrong with opening your credit cards, by the way. I'm not saying that that's, that it's bad. But look, I'm going to jump into some financial advice here, okay? Because I actually was just talking to one of my friends who's having a financial hard time. And, like, obviously, I'm not paying your bills, bro. I'm not going to pay your bills. It's all you, bro. It's all you. You made that mess. You're going to fucking clean it up, right? So, at least that's how I was always taught. Look, I'm going to give some good financial advice right now. For anybody who's listening, if you don't need this financial advice, just kick back and tell me I'm wrong. All right? The only way... I can't believe I'm doing this again. I feel like I give so much financial advice on this podcast, I should be on the fucking David Ramsey show. But I do believe in credit cards. I do believe in credit cards. Whether it's high interest or low interest, I do believe in them. I do believe, though, that there should be your own personal cap and not what the credit card gives you. All right? Like one of my credit cards that I don't use because the interest is too high. One of the caps on it's like $3,000. It's not a lot of money, but the interest was like 41%. It was my first credit card. It was the only one I could get for that level. I only used it like twice, and then other than that, it was to put gas in my car. Like, you have to kind of prioritize what the credit card's for. Like, is this credit card for fun, and I'll pay it back later because I have the money in my account, so if I ever needed to actually pay it off, I could? Or is this credit card for groceries, gas, bills? Like, what is this credit card for? You have to establish that first, and then you could kind of base the cap off that. Okay, because I shouldn't even be telling people about this because jobs should realistically pay enough to where you shouldn't need a credit card, right? So establish what that credit card's for. Spend that credit card for what it's intended for. If it's intended for gas and you get a reimbursement every month, or you think if you could build points that way, cool. Keep it for gas, keep it for groceries. That's it. You should not take that credit card that's prioritized for something and spend it on something else. That was the biggest mistake I see people make all the fucking time. I have a friend who has a Kohl's card. He's had that Kohl's card for years. He never really used it, and it got closed out. He opened up a new one. By the way, lied about what he made a year. That's whatever. You can lie about it. Just know that if they catch you lying, I don't know what the penalization is, but I'm pretty sure they'll fucking just crank that interest up a little bit. But what does that really do for you? What does it do when they ask you to update your income? Because I've updated my income with Capital One, quote unquote. a few times. I always just keep it the same. I never tell them I make more. I keep it so fucking low so they have no other choice but to keep me where I'm at. But he has a Kohl's card, and he's like, oh, I'm just gonna buy gas with it this one time. I said, dude, no. Why would you do that? He's like, well, I've already been doing it. And I'm like, so it's not this one time. This is like, what, the 6th time you bought fucking gas with this card? I didn't even know that was possible with a Kohl's card. But he fucking, in the beginning when he got that card, he's like, hey, this is just for if I need suits, shoes, like clothing in emergency and I can't afford it. I said, cool, you're planning for the future. Because even though you have money now, you might not have money later. And was putting money in this fucking card from gas and food and gas. And I'm like, I didn't even know that was possible. And you just took that card, which was prioritized for clothing in emergencies, to, hey, I'm going to go get gas. Now, why? If you can't afford gas with your personal bank account, then you shouldn't be fucking getting gas at all. And that kind of goes to, like, this second piece of advice I'm going to give people, which is there's nothing wrong with working overtime. There is nothing wrong with getting a second job either. Like me, I'm really debating it. I want another job because I get bored. Not because I need money, but because I get bored. I'm not saying I'm rich, but I'm not saying I'm fucking broke either. I'm comfortable. I'm able to afford my lifestyle. And that kind of like pushes into tip 3, but I'm not there yet. All right, work that overtime. Stay a little bit longer. Fucking show you want to move up in that corporate chain. Because if you don't, and you're just like, oh, I'm going to go find a job that pays $1.50 more, but I'm back at the bottom and can be fired at any moment, then you're fucking stupid. You have to establish a working place as well. You want to make sure that where you're going to work is that if shit was to ever hit the fan, they're not going to fire you first. You want to make sure you have good connections with people, right? Because, yeah, you might only make $19 an hour, but you're getting 40 hours a week with overtime. That adds up over time. And not to mention, if you were to move on to another job in 5 to 6 years, you're going to have a higher chance of getting a job than somebody who bounces around. Let's use Braden as an example. Braden ended up quitting where I work. I don't know what he was making. I really don't. I think he was making like $20 an hour. He was getting 40 hours a week, no matter what. He was getting 40 hours a week. Ended up quitting that job right before the holidays, which is stupid. And then, sorry, Braden, love you, but this is a good example. He was bouncing around jobs because he couldn't find something that he likes, or a job that could keep him or afford him. And I want people to really think about that. What the fuck's going on? I'm getting a lot of text right now. What's going on? All right. Sorry, I thought it was an emergency going on, and it was not. So really just stick with one company. Unless you're getting really fucked over, then yeah, go move around. But if you don't have a backup plan and you just leave because you hate the job, you're stupid. You're stupid as fuck. You think a guy who's been working the same job for 30 years but can't quit because he has a kid want to keep fucking do that? No, he does it because he knows he has to provide. So that's important as fuck as well. And then tip number 3, which is your budgeting. Honestly, that's the biggest thing out of all these. Is just budget properly. If you don't have a good budget, if you know you're not saving shit every month, then you're wasting my time. You're wasting your time. Why? Like, look, I won't lie to you. I slept on a twin bed even after I moved out. I was so scared to buy a new bed because I said I could put that money towards something that I actually need. I rather be fucking dick to butt with my significant other on a twin bed that people use inside college dorm rooms, you know. I'd rather do that and have the money to fix my truck or find a new place if needed than to buy a new bed because I want something bigger. A bed on a floor is better than nothing at all. And also, then again, sleeping on a floor is better than being fucking homeless or having no money in your bank account. I was so scared. I was scared to buy a new bed. But luckily, you know, one day I was like, I really want a new bed. And, you know, I went out and got one. I wasn't happy about it because I was like, no, because I got like the most expensive fucking bed on the market. But it was a well worth purchase. And, you know, I budgeted to where it's like, hey, I could get this bed. I've been saving up for it for a long time, and I'm now able to go get this. So, yeah, that's it, man. Fucking just securing a job, budgeting, and I already forgot my first piece of advice. But go back and listen to that. I'm giving advice, but I forget things easily. You guys know this if you listen to my podcast. It's not hard to be financially stable. It really isn't. Now, is it easy to buy a fucking house? No, it's not. Is it easy to rent? No, it's not. Same with buying cars, getting credit cards, all that shit. You know? It's not easy these days. I would say anybody who's around my age trying to do anything, good fucking luck, bro. Good luck. You are in a time period where, you know, making $30 an hour back then, you were basically considered a multimillionaire. But now, if you're making $30 now, you're still lower middle class. That's fucking crazy to me. I hope that Donald Trump is reelected. I really do. If that motherfucker loses the election, dude, we're so fucked. I don't know how good of a President Kennedy would be. I know the other Kennedy, the one, you know, who's shot in the back of the head. That dude did not learn anything, did he? I'm kidding. No, but the one who's shot in the back of the head, not him. The other Kennedy. I don't remember his name. I don't know how good of a president he will be. I have done no research on him because the race isn't going to be between fucking Kennedy and all of them, at least as far as right now. It's going to be between Biden and Trump. And you know what's sad? When all the Democrats in the House, the Senate, they're like, hey, stop running against Biden. You run against Biden, Bernie kind of caught on to that. You run against Biden, it's a lose-lose situation. Donald Trump, I don't know how Donald Trump's numbers are currently right now. Itchy nose. You know the Democratic Party is in a fucking shit show when they're telling people not to run against Biden as a Democrat, because the more Democratic politicians running for president, it will lower his chance at winning the presidential election, which I don't believe is true. Yes, you're going to have 3 people running for a Democratic Party. You're going to take numbers away from Biden. But at the end of the day, the numbers are still... and that's what kind of gets me, too, right? Because if you think about it, again, this is all out of my fucking ass, but it's just theories. I don't know how many people are running for the Democratic Party right now. I have not been really paying much attention. I've been keeping up with numbers between Trump and Biden because that seems like that's how it's going to go. I mean, like, we're only fucking 5 months away from the election. So, with that being said, if 2 other Democrats join the party right now, yes, it will take numbers away from Biden. But at the end of the day, it's going to also determine, hey, which Democratic person do they want to go against Donald Trump? Because I don't think there's any Republicans running against them. And even if there was, Donald Trump fucking came out of nowhere. This dude somehow is polling higher numbers than people who are actually campaigning. Trump doesn't campaign as much anymore. This dude's in a fucking court office, you know, all the time. So it's very hard for him to campaign. And if he's pulling numbers out of his ass left and right, so I don't know. My theory behind that is they want no one to run against Biden as a Democrat, because if they have him run against Biden, they're going to be like, hey, we can't control this guy versus we can control Biden. I don't think Biden makes any of these fucking decisions. I really don't. Do I respect him not getting involved with the Israel and Iran thing? Yes, I do. I talked about it on my last podcast. I'm not going to go too in depth with it because I fucking drew a blank. Totally forgetting that it's still about religion. I'm like, dude, why do they do that? Just fucking... just straight autism, dude. Straight autism. No, but I respect him for not getting involved. I really do. And people are like, he's not gonna get involved, so you're saying fuck all those people? Well, yeah, you were the same people who were like, hey, this guy does not need to get involved. We're not the world police, because he was helping out other countries, and now he's like, hey, we're not gonna help anybody out. Are the same people who are like, God, fuck you, you're a piece of shit, you know, stupid ass fucking assholes, dude. I will say this, no matter what side you lean on politically, because as a Republican, I can tell you, we're fucking cracked up, crazy pieces of shit, alright? Like, one of my buddies, he carries in shorts. That's fucking ballsy, bro. I'd be scared I'm gonna swing it out of my pants pocket, but, where was I going with this? But what I tell you guys, this podcast will be straight fucking out of my ass, because I ended up deleting the last podcast at 30 minutes. No, but no matter what side of political line you lean on, we all can agree that it's all bullshit, right? Like, how cool would it be just to, like, take a politician that's lied, you know, stolen from fucking poor Americans, you know, probably was a pedophile too, and we just like put a beer bottle in their mouth, right? Like this beer bottle I have right here on my desk. We take it in their mouth and we like we glue it, we tape it in there, right? So they're like, you know, like when Squidward is choking on the fork. Can I like throw that picture in here right now? I don't think I can. Can I? I don't know what my hotkey is either. Oh no. All right. Well, I'll make it the thumbnail or something. But no, just we put it in their mouth and we just fucking slam their face into a curb for fucking being a pedophile and stealing money from people who don't have it. You know, does anyone really think that the debt number's real, or is like who do we owe that to? Who the fuck are we owing that much money to? Let's look it up. Let's do some research real quick. Replying back to this person. What is the U.S. current debt?
$34 trillion.
$34 trillion. Who the fuck we owe that to? Who do we owe that to? You know we're America, right? We could just say, hey, we're not paying you back. And they're like, what? And they're like, come take it. Come get this money that does not exist. I promise you. And would it piss off a lot of people? Probably. But again, come collect this money that we owe you. Like, everybody knows we'll never see that money again, right? Like, for real. Does anyone know that? All right, I'm going to go get a fucking drink. I'm going to play my podcast some more in the back of my podcast. You know.
Want to get punched? God, dude, that bitch. Oh my God, dude, I went to high school with this girl. Holy fuck. Bitch could not put down the fork. God damn. Oh my God. Holy shit, bro. Holy shit. I've been removing a lot of people off my Snapchat, my Facebook, because it's like, if we're not talking, why do you want to see me, like, succeed? Oh, dude, this bitch is the crazy one. I can't name her, but she has 666 tattooed on her fucking chest. And yeah, or it's like 9. It's like backward 9s. Yeah, dude, she looks crazy as fuck. Would not smash. Well, oh my God, dude, she had a mullet. Oh, she had an emo mullet, dude. How do you explain that to your parents that you're gay and retarded?
I'm back, everybody. Oh my God. Yeah, I need to get like a theme song for like when I'm gone. Can I stop pumping my mic? God damn. While I was getting a drink, I fucking I took a piece of chicken. I told myself, I'm gonna get back on my diet, but then, dude, those French toast waffles, man. Oh my God, French toast sticks, dude, are the shit. By the way, I could eat a whole box frozen, like a sick fuck. If you're still listening, 33 minutes in. Wow, what the fuck did I talk about for the last 33 minutes? Trying to think of what to say. Right now. Because I had something I wanted to say, but I took a sip of that bubbler and I just jizzed my pants. You ever, like, get done pissing and it looks kind of like you jizzed a little bit? Like, see, I'm not going to lie. I've been sitting down a lot when I pee. And that might be, like, a red flag to you guys. But just know that my bathroom is probably a lot more cleaner than yours. And I don't know how to, like, say this manly, but I one time sat up and I looked at my cock and it looked like it was just dripping semen. Anybody else doing that? Like, it's like the you know, like when the faucet's broken and it kind of like drips a little bit and you gotta call the plumber, but he can't get out till Tuesday and it's a Thursday, and he's using that excuse that he's busy, but reality he's out on vacation with that fucking fat check he just stole from that grandma last week. Oh, God, dude, plumbers. I always want to learn plumbing just so I don't have to hire someone to do it for me. But I've seen these fucking videos, man. I've seen what some of these people are ripping up out of the ground. I don't think I have the balls to open up a septic tank. I really don't. Dude, they gotta make good money though. I'm like, yeah, I shit on plumbers for stealing money from grandmas and shit, but think about the money they make. Oh my God. Dude, they're probably fucking bathing in it. You know that episode from SpongeBob? You know that episode from SpongeBob when Squidward's like in his tub? Which, by the way, Squidward had a pretty big fucking tub. From what I remember, like just it looked like he had a like above ground pool in his fucking bathroom. Hang on, let's look it up. Oh my god, Squidward bathing in money tub. Oh, you know what? I was probably thinking of Mr. Krabs. Let's see. No, even then, Squidward still had a big fucking... Wait a second. How's there water underwater? Or is it oil? Do you think they were just sitting in oil? Nah, there's no way. Yeah, like Mr. Krabs, Eugene Krabs actually has a decently sized tub. But Squidward looks like... Oh, you know what? This one shows like a different view. His shower... I don't know what to believe. Is this a shower or a bathtub? It's probably both, right? How does the plumbing work in his house? Yeah, no. This looks like a whole ass pool. Some scenes it looks like he doesn't even fit in it. Some other scenes it's like, oh, he's doing laps in this bitch. Where was I going with this? Shit. I totally forgot. I'm not gonna lie. This bubbler. Oh, about my semen dripping out of my cock, right? Yeah, so you better watch out, ladies. It is baby making season. When's the last time you've heard a cat go into heat? I'm not like saying like I'm comparing these two situations, but when's the last time? I don't think I can recall. Right? Like think about it. You remember like back in the day, you know, you'd have a house cat that your dad fucking would kick every once in a while because he got tired of it going like just consistently. There was one time, I saw a cat get hit by a semi, or it was either no. This was a cat, and it like I swear to God it got hit. There's no way, but just kept running, like got back up and kept running. It really did have 9 lives. Where do we get that idea from that cats have 9 lives? How come cats get 9 but I get 1, and chance is 0? Come on, Carly, call me back. I'm kidding. Do I know anyone named Carly? Holy shit. I was just thinking about Carly for a second. That's the only reason why I got that. But, no, like out of every animal, we gave it to cats. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, not birds? Which, by the way, birds piss me off when they, like, do that little bounce walk. That shit irritates me. Because it's like, my guy, you got fucking wings. Use them. If I had wings, I wouldn't be fucking walking. You know how much more? Ooh, think about it. We genetically mutate someone's baby, right? So this will require a lady holding a child for 9 months, and while he's in the womb, we take bird cells and we inject them into the child. So we like kind of take another turkey baster, and we kind of like. Now this would be kind of fucked up because it'd be kind of like the chicken from Family Guy. So what you'd have to do is, when a guy gets a girl pregnant and the egg has been established. It has landed, like, on the moon, right? We inject a turkey baster full of bird jizz, which I don't know how you would get that, but I'm pretty sure it would not be that hard. Just tape down a pigeon, and come on. If you were to be mutated with a fucking bird, you know how embarrassing that'd be? Like, oh yeah, my parents like put pigeon semen inside my egg. That's not cool. But a bald eagle, on the other hand, now that would be freaking badass. So you tape down a bald eagle. Holy shit, where is this going right now? I'm scared. But tape down a bald eagle, you get its jizz, and you just take a turkey baster, throw that bitch up inside, and just keep doing that, right? Just keep implementing a little bit of bird semen every time. And then, but you know what? I was going to say after it's born, but you can't do anything after it's born, right? Because if you think about it, holy shit, I'm losing brain cells. If you think about it, the genetic gene's already been made. So you can modify it, right? Like, they were talking about doing that for the longest time. Just what I'm talking about, people. This is the shit that runs through my head on a daily basis. I'm not talking about jerking off birds, but I'm just talking about, like, where I can answer my own questions and not sound completely retarded. But I know, like, after the kid's born, you can't do much about the gene. I know they were talking about you can modify it. But does that really work? It can't, right? Because it's not like what you see on TV where it looks like a bunch of fucking chutes and ladders running through your fucking body. It's, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just can't cut that step out. If you're imagining this, you know what I'm talking about. So, it would all have to be done within the womb. Because I was going to say, where that was going was, can you imagine if we could fly to work with wings? You know how fucking awesome that would be? But think about how hard working would be. You have to carry around these wings. I mean, I'm pretty sure, yeah, the bird's bones are hollow, aren't they? Holy fuck. Oh my god. I wish I knew more than the average American. Are birds' bones hollow? Okay, bird bones aren't just hollow, they are, I don't know what the fuck that means. That is, they are full of space for air. Yes, okay. So, let's look at the, ew! Ew! No, these are gross as fuck. I'm looking at the I don't like this. Oh, I'm gonna move my microphone down. Ugh. These look. That is literally the grossest thing I've ever seen in my life. So we also have bubbles of air bubbles in our bones, but theirs is like kind of like spider webbed. That is the grossest thing I've ever seen in my life. Ugh. You. Ugh. She keeps getting worse. The dysphoria shaft. I love that word, shaft. I think that shit's fucking hilarious. Oh my god. These bones are absolutely fucking gross. Jesus, that was not a video I want to play. What the fuck? Alright, anyway. Whew. That was gross. Kind of grossed myself out a little bit. I don't know. I feel like flying would be cool. Can you imagine if they just like issued us a jetpack? I've always wanted a jetpack as a kid. And I remember before my mom, like, you know, left this planet, of course, she was like, maybe one day they'll have those for you guys. Like, it's just like hyping me up as a kid. I'd rather my dad tell me that, hey, even if you had this available to you, you still would not be able to operate it because you're an incompetent fuck, you know? Like, I'd rather have someone tell me that than, like, not have it at all. I hate when people hype shit up because, look, I remember, like, the cartoons and the commercials we used to have back in the day as kids. Like, and a lot of kids these days now, like, I say that like I'm old as fuck, but, I mean, it's very true. I think we were the last generation to really fully watch TV. I think it's a phase. I think TV will kind of work its way back in. But think about it. Why, you know, people are like, dude, no one's watching TV anymore. It's like, yeah. No one's watching TV because no one wants to watch a show for 5 minutes and then have an ad break. Watch a show for another 5 minutes and have an ad break. You know it's a problem when 9 minutes of the show that's supposed to be 30 has that many ads. People ask me, how do you fix this? Simple. Have an ad at the beginning of each show and at the end of each show. So 2 ads per show. So if you were to watch SpongeBob from 6 a.m. to 7 a.m., be an ad at 6 a.m. and at the end of 7 a.m. Going into another episode of SpongeBob, it'd be another ad. So 4 ads in 2 hours. That's not bad. They would be 30 seconds long. And at that point, yes, you're creating a more watchable channel, right? Because not everybody's fucking, you know, working with ads anymore. Ads are a big thing. They're everywhere. I have to pay for a premium so I can listen to my music on YouTube because I like YouTube better than Spotify. I won't lie. For music, but I don't want to have ads in the background. I can deal with the 5-second ad. Remember that back in the days on YouTube when this 5-second ad that like you could skip the ad. Obviously, every once in a while there was like a skip ad, but like what really drew the line for me way back in the day, like 2 years ago, for me, like getting YouTube Premium, I lost it for a few months because I couldn't. My card wasn't accepting the payments or anything. But there was this ad. I was like, oh, it's not good. I had soap in my hair and my eyes, right? So I couldn't see. And this ad's playing. It was a 4-minute long ad. I listened to 1 minute and 15 seconds of it because I was like, oh, it's gonna go to the song soon. It's gonna go to the song soon. And I'm like, I look at the thing, and I'm not even halfway through this ad. That's fucking ridiculous. It's kind of like they force you at this point to really just pay for a premium. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather, and yeah, you could skip the ad after 5 seconds, but what if I'm away from my phone? Like at the gym. People put their phones on all the time and they walk away. Yeah, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But the moment an ad comes on, you're like, fuck me, dude. Like, now I gotta walk back all the way to this area to fucking, check my phone, skip ad. So, how do you fix TV? You stop the fucking ads. Actually, and TV should not be as expensive as it is anymore. And if you think about it, that's why it's getting so expensive to watch TV. Because, I mean, like, for me, I have a really basic channel plan. Because I only have it just in case someone comes over, or I have Opal, I'm dog sitting. I'll have the TV on in the background for them. Nothing too crazy. But, hit you my thigh here. Other than that, like, I'm paying, what, 60, $70 for TV? That's for the basic TV plan with Xfinity. Xfinity, fix your shit. Alright? I'm not trying to fucking shit on this company, because they got pretty good internet. Don't really have a problem with them. But, it's expensive. It's expensive. Why would I want to pay for TV when I'm paying for phone service? When I'm paying for fucking a watch as well, That right there alone. Oh, by the way, Verizon. What the fuck? Alright? My bill is normally like $115. Jumped to $221 this month. I'm going to go to the fucking Verizon store tomorrow, and I'm going to rip that fuck over the desk and just ask him what the fuck's wrong with my bill. Because he's like, sir, I don't know how to answer this problem for you. He's like, I will go through your thing, and I'll send you a text tomorrow, and we'll see if we can fix this billing problem. Right? So I said, okay, whatever. It's been a few weeks. I haven't had time to go in, and plus I don't feel like dealing with the problem, but now I have to because they actually billed me to $221. And they took the insurance off my phone, which clearly I must have not been paying any insurance on it, like for any insurance on it anyway, because it didn't do anything to the bill. And if I get that stupid fucking, well, sir, you already paid for it, I'm going to rip this fucker over the desk. And I'm going to make sure that I get that money back. All right, I don't fucking like when people play with my money, that's for sure. Especially like if they raise it out of nowhere. Now, with the discount I get in my watch add-on, it should only be like, what, $125 a month? $125? Other than that, it should never succeed more than $130. For them to be like, and I'm like, no. Don't play stupid with me, you fucking retard. You got the glasses. I don't fix this. Okay? I'm not playing around. So I'll keep you guys updated on that. But Verizon just pissed me off. Dude, all these companies are taking complete advantage of Americans, dude. Between my insurance, my phone bill, and my Xfinity, that right there is like $500. Do I normally give a fuck? No, because I use it all every day. But I'm going to start driving around uninsured. I think I'm going to have to fucking start driving around uninsured to save money, There was one time I drove around uninsured for fucking 3 months. I'm like, dude, I got an extra $500 this quarter. I'm saying that like I'm my own business. I come to find out that I don't have insurance. And I called Progressive up. I was like, Progressive, bro, what the fuck's going on? Like, I don't have insurance now? Like, oh, you haven't had insurance since May. I'm like, bruh, what the fuck? What do you mean I haven't had insurance since May? And like, well, your contract ended and we were sending this piece of mail to so-and-so street. And I'm like, oh my God, that's my dad's address, you fucks. Which makes no sense because I've never had Progressive under my dad's address. I've always had fucking Allstate. Which Allstate is the biggest fucking cuck lovers out there. You guys overcharge for your insurance. You guys know that? You guys know you overcharge for insurance? I did a quote. I think I talk about this like every other fucking podcast because State Farm is just that fucking bad. And yes, I'm talking about you, Jay from State Farm, you fucking cuck. No, they quote me for a low price of like $423 a month. We could get you fully covered. Fuck off. I had like the lowest deductible and everything like that. I had like the bare minimum of full coverage and like $423 a month. Are you serious? $420? I'm I'm like, whatever. It's probably just like a phase it's going through. And I came back to shop around again, like just recently. And it's like for the low price of $411. I'm like, holy shit, dude. State Farm is the worst fucking insurance company out there. I called him up. I said, hey, I want to do a quote through you guys. He's like, all right. And he pulls up my information. He's like, it looks like you already did a quote with us for a low price of $411 a month. I said, you really just told me that? You really just said in person at the low price of $411 a month. And this guy's like, yeah. I'm like, do you understand how retarded you sound to think that $411 for full fucking coverage is like, if I had no choice, sure. If you were holding a gun to the back of my head, I'd have no other choice to accept this. But no, why? This one monthly payment is what I'm paying right now for 4 months with, who do I have now? I have Progressive again. I keep flip-flopping between Progressive and Allstate because Allstate raised my shit by $70, and I said, no, go fuck yourself. Well, we're losing I don't give a fuck what you're losing. All right? It's not my fault people are getting in accidents. How about you raise their rates, goddammit? And for them to be like, we're losing profit kind of made no sense because if you think about it, if you ever get pulled over or get like a ticket or an accident, they raise your rates. They adjust it to what they think is going to be next. Which, by the way, why are they raising your rates if you get a ticket? Because you're a higher risk? It's not like you're filing a claim. Can you file a claim to pay this ticket off? It's the biggest scam in history. Holy shit. I'm just getting fucking riled up at this point, everybody. I'm going to stop right there. Holy shit. Oh my god, dude. I'm just breaking fucking walls left and right. I think I'm going to cut the podcast there. I'm kind of pissed. I think I recorded like 2 hours of podcasting. You guys are only going to get 50 minutes of it, I think. We'll see what happens. If this podcast bored you, guess what? I don't give a fuck. You're probably listening to this on your way to work, so I'll probably stretch this out like another 9 minutes. I'll just keep thanking you guys on repeat. It's not your fault, you know? You see that scene from Family Guy? It's from, what's that one movie where he goes, Stewie, it's not your fault. He's like, I know, Brian. It's not your fault. You know, let's keep going back and forth. No, but if you guys did enjoy this podcast, don't forget to like it and share it like I said in the beginning of the podcast. Liking and sharing really does help me out personally. Hey, you know what? Go out there, start a new week this week, and don't be scared to eat some ass. Rub some dirt on your elbows, pay off a credit card, eat some ass. Like, enjoy your week. I got something coming up this weekend, so I might record a podcast on a Wednesday, and you guys probably won't hear from me again on a Monday, but I'll talk about that when we get up to it. Yeah, boy, that's pretty much it, really. I don't really know what else to talk about. Are you guys listening to the other podcasts? God damn it. You guys really better be listening to those other podcasts. I don't get on this microphone for 2 hours, 2.5 hours a week, all right? Or every 3 days for you guys to fucking not listen to this, all right? I know one of my friends, I'll say that, is listening to this podcast a lot lately, and I'm scared. I really hope you liked that Transformers joke. Did you like that Transformers joke? If you're listening to this, let me know if you liked it. I got a few more kind of like that, but they're kind of not allowed yet. They're in the making of the progress. I think one of my biggest pet peeves is that I have no material lately because I have not been working on anything like behind it. Like I was working on my stand-up comedy for like a while, and then I chickened out and didn't want to go up on a stage and do it. Which is not good, right? Because it's not that I'm scared of the crowd. I'm scared of failing. And in order to fail, you know, you have to go up there and do it, and that's the only way to get towards succeeding, right? And I'm hoping I can overcome that fear and do it. I ended up removing a lot of my stand-up that I had in my notes. I didn't like the way it would have rolled off the tongue, I guess you could say. It's not like a musical note, but coming from my standpoint, the approach of jokes, right? Because I could tell a decent joke sometimes. Right now I got nothing. I'm dry as fuck. But sometimes I fear that the joke will come off too much in the beginning and the punchline won't get out. And that happens pretty often when I'm trying something new with other people or people I've never met before. And they're already disappointed before I could get to the punchline or the ending of the joke. And I think that's what kind of scares me. So I'm reworking on that whole stand-up thing. And I got a few jokes in the making as well. But I guess I just got to know how to tell them. I think I'm going to just end up recording my special here. like my quote unquote my special, but really it's just me telling jokes into a microphone for an hour, just straight jokes. You look at people like Mark Norman. He's one of the best fucking comedians out there. Same with Rife. His last name's Rife. What the fuck? Mark Rife? No. Nah, but he is an upcoming comedian as well. Yeah, is it Mark Rife? Let's look it up real quick. Because he came up really quick. Is it Mark? No, it's Matt. It's Matt Rife. Here's my opinion about that guy. I probably said this before, but this podcast is a little bit bigger now than last time. If you have not watched that episode, I think he kind of peaked too early. I think he burnt himself out so fucking fast that he's already doing crowd work, where it's like you have to work with the crowd in order to make material. Dave Chappelle, does he really do that often? I don't think so. He's not at the level of Dave Chappelle, where Dave Chappelle is, I think, probably the funniest motherfucker out there next to Mark Norman. Bill Burr's up there as well. Bill Burr's kind of fallen off a little bit because he's a little bit older, I feel. But I'm not hating on Matt Rife at all, by the way. He's way funnier than I am. Probably will ever will be. But I never thought that he would be like, how many specials is he in? He's had like, what, 2, 3? I haven't kept up. But now it's like you see him do comedy shows, and in order for him to get through the whole hour, or however long the special is, he's got to like shit in a good way on other people. And I never thought he'd hit that point so soon. I was hoping maybe after 3 or 4 specials that's understandable. You've been doing the work for a while. When did he really come out? Like 2 years ago? It's not a long time. It really isn't. So I'm hoping that he sticks around. Matt Rife's a good fucking comedian. Problem is, he lets his ego get the best of him, I feel like. Kind of like what I do, of course. Because, you know, he knows he looks good. He knows he's moderately funny. Again, he's funnier than me. No hate towards the guy. Just like when I was bashing on Sam Sulek, no hate towards the guy. It's just all kind of like what I see it from an outside perspective. I'm just hoping he sticks around. You know, I really do, because I'm worried that when people jump straight to going towards the crowds, you know, because he's always worked with the crowd, but now he relies on the crowd. You could tell. God, where am I going with this? I hope he sticks around. I hope he doesn't burn himself out too fast. Doesn't burn through all his fucking material. You know? Don't be me. Don't fucking tell all your stupid stories that I should honestly retell, because I feel like I'm a lot more comfortable now on the mic to do so. I've told a lot of my fucked up stories in the past on this podcast. I think as I go, I'm going to start deleting the podcasts I don't like and just retelling those stories, because, oh, Jesus Christ. I'll be honest with you. I've told a lot of those podcasts, man. I'm telling you, a lot of my podcasts are very questionable if I should have any time on the internet at all. And I encourage anybody, by the way, if you're still listening to this podcast, to go out and listen to my old podcasts. I'm pretty sure you'll enjoy them. I talk about how Uline makes literally everything except condoms. Why is that? On that note, I'm going to fucking call the podcast here. Special teams, special plays, special players, Tuesday. If you guys like what you hear, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment. I stretched that fucking bitch out for you till almost an hour. And I will see you guys next time.